Hello everyone and welcome back to the Casual Fan Podcast, the hardest working, most accurate, most entertaining, and above all else, the most profitable sports gambling podcast you're going to find anywhere. I'm your host Ben Holmes, and before we get into all the picks today, and believe me guys, there is a ton of picks, a record-setting amount of picks. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, go back, give the other videos big thumbs up, and then once you've done that, if you could do me the great honor of subscribing to this here YouTube page, sure would appreciate that as well. And when I'm not here on YouTube, you can get your daily dose of baseball picks at my Twitter account, which is at Benz_best_bets. Okay guys, we have an astonishing 13 picks. For me, a no-brainer. The Oakland Athletics at -133. They've won 11 straight. Cole Irvin, who's starting tonight, had a good outing last time out. Matt Olson and the rest of the boys are absolutely mashing. They've stolen the second most bags in the entire league, led by Ramon Laureano, who leads the league with 8 steals. And then Mark Canha leads the AL in runs as well. He has 20 already. Conversely, the Baltimore Orioles are 1-6 at home, and they're trotting out Jorge Lopez. He has an 8.36 ERA and a 1.32 whip. I trust the offense for Oakland here. They have a lot of firepower. Even with a struggling Matt Chapman, just one hit in the last 5 games for him. He has an average on the season of .179. The Oakland Athletics are 37-17 in the last 54 games as a favorite, and the Athletics have won their last 6 meetings against these Baltimore Orioles. I was thinking I would have to go for the -1.5 run line to take Oakland, but I think -133 is a very fair price to pay for a team on that 11-game winning streak going up against a not-so-good team. You already know that I don't like betting on the Mets when DeGrom plays. There's absolutely no value and he rarely gets run support. He's going up against the Washington Nationals today, and I'm going to make a bet that the Washington Nationals do not score a run in the first 5 innings. That is +140. DeGrom in his last start, this is a guy that got 9 straight strikeouts, 1 away from tying the record. He's only given up 1 earned run all year. Let's make another plus money bet right now, guys. Let's go for the Tampa Bay Rays parlay with the New York Yankees, a nice little AL East parlay for +167. The Tampa Bay Rays face the Toronto Blue Jays for the first time this year. They always have the Jays' number. And as good as Steven Matz has been, Tyler Glasnow's on the mound today for the Rays, and he has been Cy Young caliber. Tampa Bay Rays are 35-16 in the last 51 meetings against these Blue Jays, and Tampa Bay at 85-39 in the last 124 meetings if you want to go back even farther. For the Yankees, Jordan Montgomery is a guy I really like. I feel like he falls on some tough luck from time to time, but I do like the Yankees to win this game. But they're -150 on their own. I don't think there's value there. They're not a winning ball club at the moment, so let's take that parlay. Sticking with plus money plays here, guys. Pittsburgh Pirates money line +140. They're going up against the Minnesota Twins. So in today's matchup, the Pirates are 9-10. They're 6-4 in their last 10 games. On the other side, the Minnesota Twins have a record of 6-11. They're 1-9 in their last 10. The Pittsburgh Pirates is a team with a better record of bringing out a pitcher who's 2-0 with a 1.76 ERA and a 1.04 whip. Whereas J.A. Happ starting for the Minnesota Twins, he can't go deep into games anymore, and he has a 3.12 ERA, a 1.27 whip. The Minnesota Twins are 2-5 at home this year, and the Pittsburgh Pirates are 56-26 in their last 62 interleague games against a team with a losing record, which is exactly what the Minnesota Twins have right now. Moving on to taking the Kansas City Royals -110. They're going up against the slumping Detroit Tigers. Casey Mize looked really good 2 starts ago, but Oakland really brought him back to earth in his previous start. The Tigers are 1-6 in their last 7 games, and if you take out when they swept the depleted Houston Astros, they're 1-11 in their last 12, and they're scraping the bottom of the barrel in virtually every offensive category. Sure, Mike Minor worries me for the Kansas City Royals. He hasn't been good enough this year, and he hasn't lived up to the contract he signed in the offseason, but facing this anemic Tigers offense is exactly the medicine Mike Minor needs to get back on track. The Royals are actually 9-1 in their last 10 games when they allowed 5 or more runs the previous game. The Royals are 16-5 in their last 21 games as a favorite. And between these two teams, the Royals are 4-1 in their last 5 meetings. I like the Royals here. If you watch these videos and follow my bets, you know that I love pitcher player props. So we're gonna go Sandy Alcantara against these Giants. Even money for him to get over 6.5 Ks. He has 28 in 24 innings already this year, and he's had at least 7 in 3 of the 4 games he's pitched in this year. The only time he hasn't was against a tough Braves lineup. He's already faced this Giants team once this year, and he got his 7 strikeouts and 6 1/3. Oh, and that changeup is nasty too. Out of those 28 Ks I mentioned, 10 of them came on that changeup, and he's only given up 2 hits with it. In the Diamondbacks and Braves game, I like both the Diamondbacks at +140, and I like the under 8.5 as well. That's that's even money. The Braves offense is still underwhelming. Still no Ronald Acuna in the lineup. D-backs are actually on a 4-game winning streak. Both pitchers have actually been really impressive, and they're not household names at all. Luke Weaver, he has a 0.84 whip, and he has 14 strikeouts to 1 walk. And on the mound for the other team, he has a 1.0 whip, and he has 20 strikeouts to 3 walks. So that's why I like the under here. That's why I like the Diamondbacks here. And in this next game, we're going to bet the money line and the run line as well here, guys. We're going to go with the Reds and the Cardinals over 8 runs at -105, and the Reds to take it on the money line at -105. They just got swept by the D-backs. They're going to want to right the ship. The Reds offense should be able to take it to Kwang Hyun Kim, and the Sonny Gray's second start back still got some rust to knock off, so the Cardinals should get a few knocks themselves. So basically, I expect the Reds to take it in a high-scoring game. Why I like the over? Why I like the Reds? Dodgers Padres here, guys. All I can remember thinking when I watched this game last time, when I watched this matchup of Clayton Kershaw against Yu Darvish, how did I not take the under? Well, you got to pay a premium. It's -125, but we are going to take the under 7 here. I'm not going to make the same mistake again, and if the under doesn't hit, so be it. Speaking of which, we're going to go for Yu Darvish over 7.5 punch-outs tonight. That's plus money. That's plus 110. He got 9 strikeouts in 7 innings his last time out, and that was against this Dodgers team. He just had 1 tough inning the last time these two teams played. He's going to be determined to win again. I think he's going to be perfect. The Rangers versus the White Sox. This line was late coming out. I don't think we knew who was going to go for the White Sox. It looks right now like it's going to be Dylan Cease, and I'm going to go under 8.5 runs at -110 here. I've been driving the Dane Dunning bandwagon from the start, even going back to last season when he got his call up. He has a 16-2 strikeout to walk rate, a 0.8 whip, and he's given up just 1 run so far. That came in his first start. Dylan Cease is a bit more hit or miss this year, but speaking of misses, that's exactly what the Texas Rangers offense does, leading the league in strikeouts. So while backing Cease does depend on the matchup, this is a kind of matchup that I think he's definitely good enough to handle. The under is 4-1 in the last 5 meetings, and is 5-1 in the last 6 meetings in Chicago. Okay, guys, that's just about enough here. Lots and lots of games to play with, and I know that was a lot to digest here, guys, so I'm going to list off my picks again in order of value. In AL East parlay of the New York Yankees and the Tampa Bay Rays plus 167. For the Washington Nationals offense to score no runs in the first 5 innings, that's plus 140. Also plus 140, the Pittsburgh Pirates money line against the Minnesota Twins, and the Arizona Diamondbacks money line against the Atlanta Braves. I'm taking Yu Darvish over 7.5 punch-outs to plus 110. Speaking of strikeouts, I'm also taking Sandy Alcantara over 6.5 strikeouts at even money. Also at even money, the Diamondbacks and Braves under. The Reds and the Cardinals is going to go over, and the Reds are going to win that game. Both of those plays are -105. I'm loving the under 8.5 in the Rangers White Sox game. That's -110. The Kansas City Royals to beat the slumping Detroit Tigers is also -110. Dodgers Padres under 7. Can't really go wrong with that. That's -125. And a very, very fair price to pay for the Oakland Athletics to beat the Baltimore Orioles today. That price is -133. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. You can find me on Twitter at BensBestBest. This has been the Casual Fan Podcast. Like, subscribe, peace.